Hello everybody and welcome to another video. As you will see, we are currently in Train Simulator 2019 and we are looking at a C-Stock. Yes, today we will be driving on the Virtual District line from Wimbledon. You may remember maybe about 2 years ago now, I think it was, the Virtual District team came out with the Virtual District line, which I don't think I asked you to do that, but okay then. Which ran from, now let me get this remembered, Edgware Road, Richmond, and it went to High Street, Kensington and Gloucester Road, and we also had the section down to Putney Bridge and Kensington and Olympia. So we had that, and at the time they promised that they were going to be doing the Wimbledon branch to Edgware, and we said alright, okay. And finally, after 2 years of waiting, we have it, and I must say, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive indeed. Now, before I go any further, some of you may notice that I have already recorded this video and it's been uploaded, but something has occurred since recording that one and uploading it, and uploading this, sorry, I wasn't expecting, and I forgot to mute Discord. Shut the hell up. There we go, that's good, well done me. Yeah, something happened, which I've decided to re-record the video for. So, let's get the doors open. I know they've already been open, but we'll pretend that didn't happen. F4 to bring that up. Control-Shift-S puts it into forward. We need to turn the lights on. We need Shift-L to turn the saloon lights on. That should be good. Now all we've got to do is wait. And Wimbledon departure. Now you will obviously notice this does not have the same sounds as the D-Stock that was in existence before in the original version. And to be fair, neither does the D-Stock. The sounds on the D-Stock have been updated, and this has a brand new sound set to the D-Stock as well, from what I've worked out, which I'm very pleased about. Some of the sounds sound like they've come straight out of World of Subways, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because they were alright, the sound effects they had in there. So it's just a shame that that doesn't work. I mean, I think if you do F7 and F8 or something like that, you can change your destination. Is it F7 and F8? F6, F5. There is a command that you can use, I think, to change something to do with that. I don't know if it changes the destination display, because like I say, I can't remember. Did I press F6? I pressed F6, didn't I? Because that looks like a mark to me. There we go. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what destinations this thing has, because I've not found what the command is, and I've not looked in the manual to try and find that. I need to do that at some point. I will do that at some point. So let's take a drive then, as we're already doing, of course. There we go. We can stick it up in the parallel. Yes. The sounds are actually quite nice in this thing. I do quite like the sound effects in this. Now, I only went on the D-Stock a couple of times in real life, so I can't really speak for how accurate they actually are. But they sound pretty good, nonetheless. Nice whistle. I quite like that over the old district line whistle. The old whistle, I can't remember. Was it a reuse of the DCG of the RSC one, whatever you want to call it, RSDL? The original one from the 73 song. I can't remember. No, I think it was different actually. I mean, it was nice having a different whistle. I was never too keen on it, but I do prefer the new whistles. For some reason, this train always sits there at that signal, and I'm not entirely sure why it should do that. Nonetheless, it does it. So, let's stop here. I actually thought I was going to need more braking. Turns out I needed less of mine. there we go. And stop. Doors. There we go. Do we have lights? I think one of these on the dash possibly closed. I can't remember now. We'll have a look in a sec when the door's closed. You can hear the other one departing. So yes, Virtual District Line. We now have a C-Stock in Train Sim. And that is excellent. I can't wait to see this thing being used as AI all over the place. Particularly on the Gospel Oak Barking, actually. It'd be nice to see some of these flying around barking. It'd be good to see that. Is there anywhere else we can use them? Oh, Paddington! We can use them out of Paddington, can't we? Oh, that's going to be great seeing these things flying around on the Hammersmith and Circle. So, that'd be lovely to see that. Very long platforms on this route, I've noticed. This part I would expect because you've got the network rail path as well. So yeah, I'd expect long platforms for their trains, but some of them seem a little long in my opinion. And yeah, okay. I'm not going to comment on it too much because it may be right, it may be right. It may be slightly incorrect, but to be honest, at least it's not too short. It's better to have a too long a platform, in my opinion, than a too short a platform. If it's short, then you're likely to overrun it, I find. Or not fit, of course. I want to be able to fit my entire train in, so... You'll see, obviously, the cable run. That's actually the Just Trains cable run, or one of the ones from the Metropolitan line. I'm also pleased to say that they have changed all of the signals from the RSDL ones, from the signal pack into the UK LED signal pack. That's what I mean. Into the Just Trains Metropolitan line London Underground signals. I'm very pleased to see that they've done that because they do look significantly nicer and more appropriate for the route. Right. Oh yeah, minor texturing issue here. I do know that there's a patch now in the works for this route. I've put a few things forward for that, which they've taken on board. So hopefully we should get some of these minor little issues fixed here and there. I'll take a picture like that. Right. There we go. Lovely. Have fun, train. It's nice that we actually get to drive something significant underground now as well. Put the C-Stock on the Circle line and drive it around from Edgware Road to Gloucester Road. So you can technically do part of the Circle line now as well, to be honest. In this train, we got the right train for it now. I would like to see them do the entirety of the Circle line, as they have this train, and the District line, and do an A-Stock. That would be the ultimate. If we got an A-Stock, that would be awesome, because then we've got an AI and a drivable train for the Just Trains Metropolitan line. Because obviously Just Trains are taking on the Metropolitan line. I would like to see Just Trains do the Metropolitan line, but have Edgware Road in the route as well. Just sort of to give us that model. Because the Edgware Road model is nice in this, but I reckon Just Trains could probably do a slight, well, yeah. I reckon Just Trains could probably do a better job of Edgware Road than what these guys have done. However, the thing I always say when sort of looking at stuff is that these are freeware developers. They give up their own free time and, you know, their efforts just to make something because they feel it should be in Train Sim and then release it to the community. So I have a lot of respect for freeware developers because, you know, I mean I'm one as well. Obviously I have my own website and I make my own content, and trust me, it takes a very long time and it can be a lot of hard work. So fair play to these guys. These guys do some excellent stuff. The only thing, while I'm on the subject, I will say that I would like to see out of them is some baked textures. Because a lot of the textures, this is something I've always thought, a lot of the textures in this route look pretty bright, and they don't necessarily fit into the TS environment very well. You can see the comparison here. Here's the sort of DTG texturing. That's sort of been texture baked and stuff. It looks alright in the environment, but then you look at this block, and it looks a bit too clean and a bit too polished. Now, I'm not gonna claim to be the best texturer ever, because by no means am I. But since I've started baking my textures, they do look nicer. It's easier to get a convincing look out of something you don't put that much effort into. Because the editing software does everything for you. So yeah, that's the only thing I would say about this route that I would like to see in the future. There may be reasons why they can't. For example, bigger assets can be a bit difficult. They can be a bit of a pain, especially if you're trying to use repetitive textures. Sometimes you've got a choice. You can either use a repetitive texture, and it don't look that, and you can't really do much with it with regards to baking or sort of individuality between it, or you can use a really sort of low resolution texture. Like the texture can be resolution, texture can be 4K, but by the time you have all the detail of a massive model inside it, then the detail is all lost and the texture just doesn't look nice. So sometimes, like that bridge maybe for example, or some of these canopies, sometimes it's better to not have a baked texture and just do it as it is. However, I try and put sort of a layer, a darker layer, just to tone the, or since I've started texture baking, I try to put a darker layer over it just to tone down some of the brightness. So even if you were to do that, that would sort of make it probably look a little bit nicer in the train sim environment and stand out a tiny bit less. But I do like the fact that there's a tiny bit of weathering on it. You've got these marks down here. I quite like that. It's like it's a bit sort of weathered. Where was it? Oh, there's a bit of something going on up here as well, I've noticed. There's some kind of texture baking or something along them lines going on. But the models themselves, the actual physical modelling is excellent. It really is. You look at it and, you know, you can't fault it, really. That doesn't really need to be 3D. I mean, come on. You're going to look at it from here, generally. It looks good enough as it is, sort of thing. And you know the detail that some of these models have, especially the trains. Mr. Richard Scott, isn't it? I think it's Richard Scott who does the underground stuff. Mr. London Underground, I guess he would be in the trains team. And he does an excellent job with these trains. And I think the entire team should be proud of me. Should be proud of their work. It takes a lot of sort of determination and effort to get a project on this scale done, and considering that we don't have much on underground stuff, it's a pretty unique project. Whoop. Come on. Let's come down. Right. D stock, C stock. There's an awful lot of C stock on this line. Not many trains from up and stuff. Or did the trains from up and actually come here? Because it's sort of, the route's sort of a confused period, I think. Which I don't mind. I don't mind really, because it gives you a variation. But some bits are from one period, so you've got S-stock markers, which are obviously ultra modern. Yet you look at some bits, and they're sort of, they look like they're set further back. Like that announcement, for example, Mind the Gap. That's quite an old sound file, which they don't really use much anymore. There's a couple of stations which use that, but generally it's the newer one. So there's some bits that don't quite correlate timescale wise, but like I say, I don't really mind because it gives you the options. That's the other thing. It does give you the options as to when you want to set your scenarios. So you can easily do a sort of a really old style scenario, but you can do a modern one as well. I think somewhere there's a reskin for the D stock, puts it into the silver livery. So this route would still be perfect for the silver livery, but it's alright for sort of S stock as well. One other tiny detail I would like to see, now I'm being ridiculous, really, but one other detail I would like to see is actually a modelled trip cop next to the signals. I think that would be pretty cool. You had a trip cop on the ground next to the signals. You could set it up as a repeater, I reckon. I reckon it would work as a repeater. So technically it doesn't actually affect the train, but it's just something to look at. So when the signal goes green, you then animate the trip cop so that it drops, and then when the signal goes red, it comes back up. Like I say, it's really not a necessary feature. It's just something I thought would have been quite cool to see. Maybe one day, if they get bored enough, and I mean if they get bored enough to actually bother to do something like that, then, because I don't blame them for not. It's really not necessary. Did I overshoot? Yes, I did. So yeah, I guess I should explain why I'm re-recording this. This is about the 4th time I've had to re-record this video. Mostly because it kept going wrong. I wasn't pleased with it. I like that. I do like, see look, it's little bits of modelling like this that's just like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool, I really like that. They've actually made the steps up. Yeah, I like that. I'm a fan. Cool. And you've actually got the mesh which you can see through as well. But yeah, no, I should probably explain why I'm re-recording this after uploading it. When I was actually recording it the 3rd time, I think it was, the time when I actually uploaded it, I had a bit of a go at backdated train sim. I'm not going to go into details, but there was a bit of a feud that occurred on Facebook between me and backdated train sim. And like I said, I won't go into details, but we fell out with each other a little bit. But he's actually apologised to me since, or he or she, I'm actually gendering him here, so I apologise, but they've actually come to me and apologised, sent me a DM the other day, and have apologised, so I'm quite pleased. I didn't think it was fair to keep the other video up, because I made him sound like a real enemy, to be honest. So I'm remaking the video because I wanted to have this video up, but you know. So if you are watching this video and you're thinking, why am I watching this? Because you've already watched the other one, then I wouldn't worry watching this one, to be honest. There we go. I will do some more videos on this line, of course I will, because I can't wait to sort of try out some other stuff. I've done a few bits. What? Hold the, what is this? What is this? This is a green battery loco. Oh my goodness. This has not appeared before. I've not seen this one before. I've seen the blue one, as it used to be, as number 43, and I've seen 2 yellow ones pop out of there. But I have not seen this green one ever. I am so pleased that he has done this green one. This looks awesome. Well done. Well done to whoever thought it. And also, I don't know if the numbers, if they just decided to make several numbers of loco. They might have, or they might have added an actual numbering sort of file to it. To be fair though, I do keep seeing the same numbered locos, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's added just some more numbers to the files. Which I'm a fan of, because I always thought it was a bit of a nuisance that there was only one number and it was common throughout the entire fleet sort of thing. But I'm pleased that they've put more numbers in, and especially to see this thing. This was the last thing I was expecting to see come out that tunnel. When I saw the lights, I thought, oh yeah, they're the battery locos. They'll be yellow. Nope. That's awesome. That is that's great. See what I mean about the time periods. L44 in green. I wonder if we can get maroon one. Oh, guys, do you reckon there's a maroon one in here somewhere? If not, can we see a maroon one? Because that'd be lovely. They're really old, something. First build. I think they were like the originals, weren't they? Like L33 to 42, I think. I think they were in the maroon. I'm not sure if them particular locos who just got past us were in maroon, but they're sort of similar design. No, I'm glad they've come back and worked on the battery loco. That's made me very happy. That has. We can do some more wagons for the battery loco. It can be quite hard to sort of find stock. I mean, obviously we got the S&B wagons, the turbox, but it can be quite hard sometimes to actually find appropriate rolling stock. So that would be a nice thing to see as well. Some more London Underground wagons. There's a diamond on the ground, so we need to stop the end of the tunnel on that really. How did we do? It's not that bad. It's not that great, but it's not that bad either. We're in, so that's all that really matters. So yeah, like you say, I mean it's very rare for anybody in the train sim community to apologise to anyone, but thank you, Backbencher Train Sim. It means a lot, and we've discussed it. We can start over. It's fine. No hard feelings. I mean, I've said some stupid things at times without thinking, so I'm pretty sure I can forgive for my own mistakes, sort of thing. We're not sounding rude, but we're not all perfect. I'm not trying to be sort of, you know what I'm trying to say, yeah. So yeah. But yeah, no, it's obviously the virtual district team teamed up with Backbencher Train Sim for the publicity side of things, I think, more than anything, and probably the management. I'm very pleased that because it's gone on Backbencher Train Sim, it now has an actual installer. No more faffing about with all the files and stuff, trying to get the thing to install, and then having to install a patch to get the track working because it doesn't work correctly, and then having to install other stuff. Having trouble getting stuff working, you know, it's simple now. It's self-installer. As long as you've got all the requirements, it just installs itself with no problem. It's great. What's the train? There it is. Oh, this is being patched. Climbing roundels. That is being patched, so look out for that. I will download the patch obviously when it comes. Have a look, see what's changed in it. I love the RPM. This guy's on track. Get a high vibe! I've said this to you before. Get a high vibe for goodness sake. Yeah, no, I love the RPM. A bit running up and down. It sounds awesome. Sometimes there's maybe too many clicks in some ways. I do wonder if maybe sometimes there are too many clicks, but it's not bad overall though. It's quite nice to hear. Especially when you sort of stick it in forward and it click, 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 and get the RPM turns around into the position it wants to be in order to put the correct amount of power on. I see, Stock, how are you? Good. I would assume you're good. You're doing your job, so that's all that matters, right? Wars. Series. You shouldn't run his shunt for more than 10 seconds, apparently, at a time. Because it burns out the motors. Or the resistors, I think. There's too high resistance within shunt. in order to stop the power getting through and accelerating too fast. It's way too high resistance, so you shouldn't run in it for more than 10 seconds. And you shouldn't sort of actually run it. You sort of power in, but as long as it's not on for more than 10 seconds at a time, and you give it a chance to cool down, it's just fine. Oh, somebody wanted to know on Facebook if the fake building was here. I don't know which one it is. It's one of them, maybe. I think it might be one of them. Possibly. We just got through a... No, there's that cutting. I don't know where it is exactly, but apparently it's around this area somewhere. The building where it's just a front fascia. Like, I can't see it, but like I say, I don't actually know where it is, so... I would assume it's probably not in there, but it's not a problem, really. It's not... I know I'm not going to worry about it not being there, so... Stop! Thank you. Right, that was perfect stuff. See, this is a nice platform. This is a good length. I like this one. This is what it should be. And I do like how they've not put excess scenery in. They've literally just kept it short, simple, sweet, you know, only put in what they needed. I like these buildings. I've not seen these before. I don't know, are these from... Oh, they're just trains, are they? Oh, they're shops. Oh, okay. Or are they shops? Hang on. I think they're shops. I didn't know if it was maybe a building on a shop front overlay. I quite like them. I've not seen them before. I might have to use them. They're definitely just trains though, I can tell by them. You can often tell by trains. Right, we've got Bayswater, Paddington. I caught it again. Bother. Bayswater, Paddington and Edgware. So... yeah, like I was saying earlier, as a freeware route, this is incredible. I'm extremely pleased with this. This is, yeah, you know, I don't think I could have done any better. So good job to you guys. You should be proud of this. You really should. It's an amazing route, and it's so nice to have some London Underground stuff. And I've overshot. Yay! It's really nice to be able to overshoot London Underground stuff. But yeah, no, genuinely great work, and like I say, it's free. You know, I think they may ask donations, so feel free to donate to them. That might be a good idea. But yeah, other than that, it's free. It's free. Just go get it. As long as you've got the requirements, so it actually runs properly. I mean, from what I can tell, the absolute minimum requirements would be the UK LED signals pack and the Just Trains Under Nails route. Probably the Island Line, I reckon, might play in somewhere, but a lot of the stuff's been replaced from the Island Line anyway. Oh, and probably the Kuju pack. I'd have the Kuju pack as well, because I'm thinking that maybe the odd speedboard that uses the Kuju pack. European assets. But yeah, on the most part, you're pretty set to go. A lot of the assets do install themselves in the installer, and that's great because, you know, custom model stations. Who doesn't love a custom model station? Compressor? Oh yeah, compressor as well, we got that. Might have been good to have seen these S8 markers reskinned as S7 ones, but we can live with that. They're there, so they will tell you where to stop in an S7. Just assume they say S7. Nice canopy. Oh, I like these lights. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. Right, one more stop and then we're done. Motor, trailer, trailer, and motor car. Lovely. And I do like the fact that they've got the ends on them as well. I would really like it, guys, if you could make a D-stock with the ends on as well for the in-car barriers. That would be nice if we could have one of them, so that we can make a double-ended D-stock and a 73, of course. I can't imagine it would be too much extra work. I say that with a pinch of salt because it might be more than I'm thinking. It all depends on how the models are set up, of course. It might take quite a while, it might not. Yeah, I would like to see a variation of the D-stock with the ends and the 73. But yeah, this is a road where this train terminates. All change, please. You may travel on the Circle Line or the Hammersmith City Line, and you may end up on the Metropolitan Line if you feel so desired. If you feel so desired, yes, totally. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Open the doors here. Mind the gap. Thank you for travelling with London Underground. And we have the two sidings here. I don't think these exist anymore. Or one might exist, but other than that, that's quite cool. All these patterns on this building. It's pretty cool, actually, yeah. Oh. I don't think we're supposed to see this necessarily. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this first look at the virtual district line, if you will. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please download this route. Please download this route because it is amazing. And the guys that work on it are amazing as well. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.